to get chat open. Alright, who's up first? Oh yeah, heals request from last time that he got in late. The App State Mountaineers. Malik Trent, oh my god. It's got that 94 potential. Much more up and down year for them. But they started off 2-0 in conference play. Haven't lost a game in Sunbelt play in a long time. Peter Lubrich is the leading scorer. Grant Hughes, Leonard Cristales. Malik Trent is getting minutes. Yes, yes. Good. Wanted to see Queens. Very good offense. But they obviously have an overall issue. Mike Carton's their best overall player. Deshaun Rucker and Jalen Ricks, the customs. Giannis Kingsep as well. They're currently on a 6-game winning streak. Conference play is about to start. Of course, they got that big win over Duke. Cincinnati's a decent win too. I want to see these two take over at some point. Stonehill is what I wanted to see. What's been the improvement? This might be the true glow up year. Although last year was pretty good. 20 wins is decent. Young team, and they seem to be better than they were last year. Mac Delaney really did it in his first season. What a fucking legend. Oh yeah, we have some I have some injury news. I haven't checked all the other customs, but oof. He's getting a medical redshirt. He's just under the limit, so luckily for him. But the one that hurts, Braden. Whammo. Spike Jennings is dead, but he's also going to get a red shirt. He's under the 12-game mark. Cooked, deep fried. Alright, anyways. Wanted to show those. I might look for other injuries and announce those later. Kentucky. Ooh. Ooh. Damn, torn pec. It's kind of an important player to lose. That's it for his season and his career. Basically, right? Yeah, 33 games, no way. Three straight L's. Damn. Scheduled don't let up for another like 3 games. Geez, they've been dealing with injuries all year. Very disjointed. Eastern Kentucky. First-year head coach Ward Keneally. He inherited a pretty good team. Healthy right now. I know Ruckus was hurt for a little bit, yeah. He had a deep thigh contusion for a few games. Lost close to Notre Dame, lost close to St. Mary's, lost close to Detroit, and then they got blown out by UTA. You hate to see it. Camden Voss is a stud. Kincaid's really good too. That thigh sure is sore. Sure is. Sure is. And Brian also wanted to see Rutgers. How are they looking to be better than last year? Obviously, they're still on pace to kind of match last year. But damn it, this team just doesn't have any difference makers. That's the problem. Getting sacrificed to Virginia to open the season is something. Catherine and Belonga are the leading scorers. Oh, he's out for 1 game. Kirillak and Broberg are both off the bench right now. They need it. They need something. Need a shot in the arm. You aren't gonna get out of the depths of the Big Ten with no 80 overalls, that's for sure. Wisconsin. Really not impressive team like overalls wise, but they're getting it done. But they're not gonna have Jordan Payton for still a while. Another 6 games, broken hand. It's gonna be Kirillak and Lithicum handling guard duties for a while. Brian Porter gonna see more minutes off the bench. Been on a 9-game winning streak since they dropped 2 in a row to Georgia Tech and BYU. Including a 1-point win over Santa Clara on the road. Beat Arizona, beat Illinois, beat Michigan State. Obviously, they got a big game against Maryland coming up to decide who's first place in the Big Ten. Kohler, the leading scorer. This dude's just a bucket. Price also been very productive. Jariah Lithicum gonna get a chance to. Oh, looks like Kirillak had. Oh, he's finally back from his injury. Okay. Young guard's been dealing with injuries. Lithicum's been getting more run. Like 70, like this team's not like super impressive overall wise, but I think it's the coaching. Mark Reinhold's got them cooking anyway. They don't foul and they steal the ball, and they play good defense. That junior year park up. DePaul. Lot of guards on this team. That's what I was saying in the preseason. This team needs to get a real monster center. That's what they need. They're gonna have a lot of these guards getting out of here, so Gasket, SCM, and Hippenstall are gonna be gone. A rough 0-3 start, but they've stabilized. Been trading wins and losses in conference play so far. I had a 1-point loss to Providence and a 40-point L to Villanova. Damn, what happened here? Villanova just shot 63%. That's tough. They kind of did have this team in hell on defense. Orpheus did not shoot very well. Heskett, Outland, and Peyton are the leading scorers. Pretty balanced team. Looks like SM and Hippenstall have been like jousting for that starting job as the second guard. Yeah, Santa. Yeah, they don't have a center. That's the problem. Santos ain't moving the needle here. Fordham, they actually got wins in the non-con. Victor Pearson hurt. Deep thigh contusion. He's going to be out for 2 more games before he's back. Binion is who he is. Four seniors on this, or 5 seniors actually. But in theory they should have these 4 for another year. They need a center, for sure. Highest priority because Ortega's gone. Oh yeah, they had a game against UT Arlington where they got absolutely smoked. Good lord. The free throw disparity is so crazy. They didn't stand a chance. Lost the first 2 conference games to Loyola and George Washington. It's tough sledding in the A10. Neville Freeman actually leading scorer. Dubinion's still their best overall player all around. 12, 7, and 5. McCray finally starting. Doing this thing. He's got 4 assists a game. That's pretty good. Miami. This team is finally improving. After the disaster these last 2 years were. A lot of red shirts, damn. This team needs another center. They lost to UMass Lowell, that's funny. Don't remember if I saw that. And they lost to Cal, that was their one loss. Conference, that's kind of crazy. DeMondre Thompson looks like he's here, bro. Basically won them that Duke game. This guy being good is so funny. His ratings aren't even like, don't even like that, honestly. Whatever, it's working. Thompson, the glow up. His ratings aren't even crazy either. He's just hooping. Jackson State dominating Yoni's mentals. Currently first place in the SWAC, led by a lot of young players. Basically the entire starting lineups underclassmen. Currently on a 5-game winning streak. Their only losses by 1 as well. Yeah, Namari and Nasai are both scoring too. That's special. Special stuff. Has there been any exception? No, literally one of them. That's crazy. Thomas Bailey really saved this fucking program. He was already working his magic last year. They showed a little improvement. Special. This is how you build a program, Yoni. Just saying. Merrimack, still one of the better offenses in the nation. They shoot the ball well. Eli Pomerlow's at 80. Start off 0-4. They lost all their non-conference games. But they're off to an 8-1 start in conference. Only losses by 2 to Quinnipiac. Marco's still the leading scorer. Duke can straight up shoot it. Pomerlow is rising up. This guy's gonna be a problem. So, yeah, St. Peter's gave him a game. Novak Petrovic was good. Oh, they got Pomerlow to foul out. That's probably why it was so close. Interesting. Oklahoma, they're hanging in there. Crossy missed 3 games with a concussion, but this dude is going off this year. His first 3 games were insane. Kind of calmed down since then, but I mean, he's still been super productive. Filling up the stat sheet. Had 26 in his return game against A&M. He is like that. Harvard, they're 6-8. What is Sawyer Hoffman up to? They are a healthy team right now. Not quite the glow up I was expecting, honestly. Who's doing all the scoring for them? Oh, Royal. Kinda figured Hoffman would be stepping up more. His rating's not like that. Yeah, man. Yeah, he has a lockdown, that is true. Forgot about that. Alright, Washington. Very mid team. Although, I mean, probably going to finish about the same as they did last year. Man, they had everything they needed to have a great season last year, and they just didn't do it. They got young guys, though. Maybe they'll be alright. Jaden Birch is good. Although he's going to be behind Lust for the rest of this year. He was a very good player. Iowa. This is a team I was expecting more from. But man, they can't rebound. And they're hurt. Damn, Zach Farmer's hurt. Strained hamstring. Sanford's hurt. 3 games. Not great losses here. New Mexico State's tough. They beat Illinois by 30. Jerome Lawson and Tatum Booth, the custom players, are the leading scorers, though. Booth is kind of him. Scoring and passing it around. Jaden Birch. Let me see what that worked for him. Yeah, it would. I'll do that after the stream. Alright, next team, USC. This roster is still so shit. Dorsey and Mitchell, like basically all they have right now. And they lost to LSU. Got walloped by Maryland. Seems about to be a lot more Chinese next year. Hawaii. Ranked. Impressive stats. Two 90s on their team. They've not lost yet. I mean, the sort of hard games they've had, they've kind of dominated. Not really a team that's been tested a whole lot, though. Charles Tyler leads the team in scoring. Connor Goff and Zach Hannon's both given 13 a game. UT Arlington, they are what they are. Good team. Top 10 in blocks is good omen for them. They've got 390s. They're healthy right now. I mean, they got everything they need. Won all their difficult games they had in the non-con. I don't think anyone here is going to be giving them too much trouble outside of EKU, but they just beat them by 25, so. Hampton's still the leading scorer, but they got 3 other guys giving 11 a game. They're all shooting above 50%. Isaiah Austin, just funny ass numbers. MVSU, this team's in the toilet. Woof. Folsom missed 5 games. They're on a 6-game losing streak since conference play started. Folsom's actually the leading scorer, that's so funny. They look like they're on a way to regressing from last year. You only really gave them a 99 potential guy, and they're still just fucking pitiful. Man. Oregon State. This one's just sad to watch, the fall off. This dude broke his arm, goddamn. Seems just not good. They just don't have enough players. Tough scene. Williams is our leading scorer. Very respectable program under Carrazza. Made the Sweet 16 in year 2. Hate to see it. Michigan State. Oh, they were looking like a very best 3-point shooting team by percentage. Oh man, Bishop's hurt too. He's gonna be back at the end of the season too. Man, they are getting cooked by injuries. Still got 60 durability, though, so that's not all that surprising. Aziz, he's gonna be come back at the end. Lost 2 straight. Man, losing two 90s is so crazy. Two leading scorers too. Sparty really going through it right now. Oh, hold up. Let me get their stats. Let's see, it was him before he got hurt. Sofran's getting minutes, but he's off the bench right now. Only 5 minutes a game. Thanasis ass player. Aziz is the actual star. Houston, kind of disappointing compared to what they were last year. Marcel's been off the bench. 10 minutes a game, he's getting 4 points a game. Mississippi State, #1 offense and #1 rebounding team in the land. Whew. Patrick Payton, Miles Pumphrey. Had the one loss to Auburn. Payton responded to that game. Okay, so he did not play well in this one. 5 for 17, 0 for 5 from 3. He still had 18 points, but could have been, if he plays a little better. I mean, shit, Caswell was bad too. Pumphrey kind of got locked down. This wasn't just him, but Auburn kind of locked them up besides Kenna. He's behind too many centers right now. He don't get a ton of minutes. Peyton leading scorer, Kenna's up there. This Stillabauer Pumphrey like mix at center seems to be working for them. He's had 2 minor injuries. This looks like he's having his best season of his career. As a senior, I mean, I'd like to get his percentages up a bit, but his points per game, he's just been having more volume. He's a 95% free throw shooter, so that's really good. It's gonna be so relieving when this dude is out of the sim. Oh, he's hurt right now. Sprained his knee. He's gonna be out for 4 more games. Shooting 12% from the floor. He's so awful. He's giving you 5 points a game on 9 shots a game, while playing almost 33 minutes. Shit is tough. I wonder, is Lisk gonna pick up a win since he's been out? Yeah, sure did. Literally the first game out. That is so funny. Having him on your team just makes it so hard to win. When you're just going like 1 for 13 every game, it's like you're just wasting possessions giving him the ball. Funny. Purdue's still mid. Bridgestone not even playing this year. That's crazy. They got too many centers. There's only 4 of them above him in rating. Dayton. Started off 12-0, but they dropped their first 2 games in conference to St. Bonaventure and Rhode Island. I wanted to see them and St. Louis both ranked, but it might be out of the question now. That's kind of tough. Lyle Wilson is, dude, is such a hooper. Mathis is what he is. Good player. Alright, that's it for Yoni's request. We're going to look at Akron now. This team's glowing up. 81 overall. I didn't realize they were like that. They're not going to have Baxter Partland for a while, though. Get him back late in the year. Bubba and Randy. The Ascension before our eyes. Tucker Harrison also. When did they play Buffalo? Oh, in a couple days. Spencer Robertson's been their leading scorer. Desmond Beverly. Good team. They got a lot of balance. Randy hasn't had any injuries. Bubba hasn't had any injuries. What kind of game logs they had actually? Best performance of the season scoring wise was against UMass. Bubba looks like he just got his starting job here recently. Not enough data to really get a read on him quite yet. Just ball out, son. Northern Iowa. Good team. Healthy right now, led by senior center. Dude is a beast. 7'3", 273. Out of Pittman, Pennsylvania. 99 rebounding and 99 interior defense. Only 3 losses this year. 1 to Kansas by 10, 1 to UTA by 7. And a kind of a head scratcher to Illinois State. That's probably their only bad loss. Haddenham's just grabbing boards, man. He had 19 against UTA. Jesus. Tyler Drake's the leading scorer. 17 a game. Special. We already looked at Wisconsin. We can look at Duquesne. They were 11-0, but they've lost 3 straight. Ooh. Bardwell's hurt. Lost to North Alabama. They lost to St. Louis and St. Joe's. North Alabama's had some upsets this year. Bardwell's doing good. There's only 2 games he played. But they got, not counting him, they still got 4 guys in double figures. Virginia Tech. 2nd highest scoring offense in the nation. Not a team that's going to overwhelm you with the overalls, but they do have a lot of guys with decent potential here. And Matty Hightower is just a walking bucket. He's averaging almost 19 a game. Kind of a rough last 5 games, though. They absolutely whooped NC State, though. Oh my god, they beat them by 50. Hightower went off, 30 and 8. I know Heel loves to see this. Akron, Idaho game. Oh, hold on, look at that in a bit. Pritchett's probably going to be a nice player for them. How is Idaho doing? Doing okay. Idaho beat Akron. Gagliardo had 18 points. Freddie Callett. Lucas Soto. Randy had a good game. Just got a little bit more out of your bench. Looks like. And they got Wenfeld in foul trouble. Fouled out in 13 minutes. It's kind of crazy. Mark Aguirre, is that you? Anyway, Miami, Ohio. Man, this team needs help. Devon Terrell was not the savior, and he's hurt. Torn meniscus, damn. But he played the 12 games, so that's it for his career. Journeyman type shit. Mr. Worldwide. Orbital fracture, damn. Yeah, yikes. Trace Harris leading scorer. Eastern Illinois. Like everyone in the Ohio Valley, they're kind of ass. Yeah, I mean, at least most of their better players are young. If that's any solace to take. Had a 4-game winning streak, but they've lost 7 in a row since. Jasper Washington's leading scorer. We already looked at Queens. Look at Florida Gulf Coast. Pretty mid. Very mid, actually. Not an easy schedule, though. They didn't schedule soft. Lewis May's cooking, though, at damn near 18 a game. That's something. Already looked at Fordham. SMU. And back to being mid. The freshmen don't even really got potential like that. Damn. They have 4 more seniors leaving, including Garrett Gomez, the savior. Still a leading scorer, as you'd expect. Best season he's had since coming to SMU. One conference win was against Pitt. They've been getting cooked, though. Year 2 SMU was special. Idaho State. Their stats are pretty good, honestly. White Demetrius, it's funny. Torn calf muscle, ouch. Oh, this was at DePaul. Didn't even know that. He was getting 15 a game before he got hurt. Damn. I mean, once he comes back, Idaho State could be dangerous. Big game, couple big games for them. Eastern Washington and Idaho at home. Long Beach State. Yeah, they're kind of ass. Their defense is awful. Juan Soto. He was on that Monmouth team that went to the Sweet 16 year one. Damn, they don't really got like impactful guard play, honestly. Been kind of rough in conference play. They gave Cal Baptist their only loss, but they ain't been able to get wins. Vukovic is their leading scorer. Custom player. It's one of Heel's guys, I'm pretty sure. Sac State. Have they finally turned the corner? Oh, damn. Quincy's going to be out for 3 games, and Simmons is going to be out for 2. Then they both got hurt in the same game. Damn. Jack Bauer and Curtis Palmer stepping up. Losses to Bakersfield and Santa Barbara. Martinez, the leading scorer. Coleman, Andrade, Jaquinski, and Simmons. They might be turning the corner, though. I called this. Santa Clara, still a good defensive team, but their offense is still just mid at best. Oh, damn, Duval. Foot stress fracture? Damn. Might be it for your season, big dog. And you don't get a red shirt because you've got 12 games. That's tough. It's gonna be Marino back at starting center. Oh, Joseph Floyd's hurt too. Damn. And he'll be back. I mean, they've been winning in spite of that, but Damian Palos, leading scorer, 14 a game. It's impressive. I mean, I don't think they're cooked, but having Duval kind of hurts. That dude was a shot blocking machine. Marino is not that. At least not to Moses's level, that is. Dame. Good team, although I'm pretty sure they lost their last 2 games. Yeah, Duke and Wake Forest kind of had their way with them. Javon Harper's hurt for 1 more game. Or no, 2 games. Peters Vaboda is leading scorer. Balanced team, honestly. Looks like Saunders is getting starts now. I thought we looked at Stonehill's. Yeah, here's what Delaney's looking like. Here's what Wyatt Price is looking like. Strengths are in the exact opposite shit. It's funny. We looked at App State, we looked at Queens, we looked at Stonehill, we can look at Campbell. They got off to an 8-0 start, or it wasn't 7-0. Yeah, 8-0 start, but damn, it's been kind of rough since then. Didn't beat any of the better teams in the conference. Joel Frazier, though, he's having that glow up. 17 a game, he's been good. McClure, oh, he's back from injury. Senior season for him. They're all healthy right now. And UNC Wilmington, I know they've improved this year. Top 20 offense in the nation. Led by Keandre Whitmore, who is... This dude's going to be a problem. 18.5 points a game. Hooper. Certified Hooper. Losing to Drexel, it's kind of... These 2 losses kind of suck, though. Whitmore's been going crazy in a lot of these games. They're going to have a matchup with Campbell on January 10th. Be there or be square. Yeah, imagine if Reform told me who the rear roll is for. I wish I knew. Alright, that's it for the requests on Discord. I don't know if anyone else wants to see anything. Hooper. Hell he doing? Oh, he's hurt right now. Elbow hyperextension. He's only been in 2 games. 4 points off the bench. He's made all his threes. I think he's only attempted 1 and he made it. Good for him. Good for him. Yeah, he only attempted 1 and he made it. What even is his 65 3-point? Alright, that's gonna do it for me. If going once on requests. Going once. Going twice. Yeah, you did. Just asking to see if anyone has anything else they want to see. I saw you had a request from like before that you typed like after I streamed the last one. So I App State, Queens, and Stonehill, their rosters at the beginning of the stream. Like the first ones I did. The mid majors are really here right now. Wonder how far Hawaii goes. They're in a considerably tougher conference than New Mexico State or UTA. I'm rooting for them. We need some mid majors to having like 5 and 6 seeds and shit. Yeah, honestly, I was like, Hawaii's kind of a strange pick, but I'm kind of seeing the vision now. They're doing very well. It's mostly because their offense has been so good. Like they're good on both ends, and they shoot the ball really well, and pass it around. What kind of games they got coming up? New Mexico, UTEP. Circling these two for sure. And I know the Billikens currently have the best defense in the nation. They've been locking people up, and they don't foul.
St. Louis locking up every team. 54 points alone. This St. Louis team could make the Final Four.
They just don't need to have any injuries, because their depth isn't like their best, but their starting five's super experienced. Their top 6 guys are all seniors. Who the hell is that? It's Yoni.
Hey, Shane. Made a little surprise, but...
What's up?
I'm seeing those steals and blocks. St. Louis Willie is a lockdown defense. Zach Nickelbelly makes Darius Jeffries look like a defensive malpractice.
Yeah, Nickelberry is really goated. Good for St. Louis that they've been able to keep him.
St. Louis could be the next St. Mary's. They could make the Natty.
Maybe. At their best, I think they're capable of doing that. And they also have the sharpshooter here to provide offense. Conroe can score. Like, all these guys can score. Morgan's like the weak piece on offense, but he's also a lockdown defender. Giving you 2.5 stocks a game, like, you're fine with that. They got a big game against St. Bonaventure coming up next, so I might highlight that one. That's a pretty important. Rhode Island could be a tough one too. That's right, Heel. It was me. All right. Anybody else want to see something before I get off? Oh, I see Chance here. I don't know if he wants to see something. I already showed him earlier when I went through your stuff. Showed Texas A&M for the hell of it. St. Bonaventure. Montrell Batiste the third. He's rising up as we speak. Lost to UNC, lost to Arizona State, lost to Mississippi State in a close one. Beat Auburn, lost to OU. They ain't lost to any chumps. Naylor's leading scorer. But did Batiste just take bro's job? Or no, he was just out for a game. Cortez, 6 assists a game. Yeah, he's really good at playmaking. Texas State. When will Harrison Jordan be fired? That's what I want to know. I don't think he's the answer. I mean, they got 2 decent young pieces here. The rest of it's blah. But hey, they did just beat Gonzaga. That's something. Man, they've been kind of listless the rest of the season. All these teams they lost to aren't even very good. Ben Jonigan is the leading scorer. You only want to see St. Bonaventure. The Bonnies, yeah, they're good. 80 overall team. Oh damn, I didn't know they were like this. They got 90s on their team. They lost to 2 teams from UNC on the road, but they have won 11 straight games since then. Big time matchup at Chaffetz Arena. I remember Al Ball. This team doesn't really score a lot, but they lock you up. Oh my god. The defense here is crazy. They turn you over really well with steals. Yeah, we're definitely highlighting the Bonnies and the Billikens. That's going to be a hell of a game. Defensive analytics are off the charts. Jamison Rotenberry versus Zach Nickelberry. Which Berry will prove superior? We'll find out.
The battle of the A10 Berries. Who's going to win? I'd say St. Louis. They just have too much of a lockdown defense, and they have most stars on their team.
I'd probably lean Billikens too. And they're at home.
And
When he replaces Braden.
breaking news, Marcus Anthony is a Virginia Tech Hokie.
Has that been announced? All right. Is that all people wanted to see? We're hyping up this A10 clash. We're gonna see it in the next stream. See if St. Louis can keep the undefeated season going. Be a big win for
Let's
them.
see the DCAA W stats and Samantha Sentelson.
Well, it doesn't exist. Someone have to make it.
JK.
I think that's it. Hold on, let me check Discord one more time, just to make sure. Alright, yeah. I'm a skedaddle now. Gonna get going on January's first stream. Hoping that'll be ready to go by like Wednesday. Hope. We're gonna aim for Wednesday. Alright, y'all. Thanks for stopping by. See you in the next one.